Of the City of Grants Lodgers Tax Board, Thursday, May 19th at 9:07 a.m. Present right now doing roll call, we have John and Cade. Absent and Scott, and then absent are Aaron and Tommy. If you're looking at the agenda in front of you, I just need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Cade makes a motion.
Second.
John seconds. That motion will carry, and we'll move down to discussion action item number 1, which we've already passed around, which is the approval of, well, not yet. Hold on. The approval of the minutes, which is on the back of your packet from our last meeting, from the April 21st, 2022 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Cade makes a motion to approve. John seconds. That motion will also pass. We'll move down to approval of action item number 2, which is approval of invoices for the Friends of the New Mexico Mining Museum in the amount of $8,974.67.
I make a motion to approve.
John makes a motion to approve them.
Second.
Cade seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
That motion will also carry. And I probably don't need to do the all in favor. And we'll move down to action item number 3, which is the approval of the invoices for the Grant Cibola County Chamber of Commerce in the amount of $4,959.36.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Cade makes a motion to approve.
Second.
John seconds. That motion will also carry. We'll move down to action item number 4, which in the future will be combined with the Cibola County Chamber of Commerce, because it still kind of is. But right now you're looking at it, since we did a appropriation later in the year for the $50,000. It's approval of invoices for the ATV, UTV Grant Cibola County Chamber of Commerce in the amount of $15,024.22.
I make a motion that we approve.
John makes a motion to approve.
Second.
Cade seconds. That motion will carry. We'll move down to action item number 5, which is approval of invoices to the Grants Rodeo Association in the amount of $3,500.
I make a motion that we approve.
John makes a motion to approve.
Second.
Cade seconds. Oh, that'll carry too. And we'll move down to action item number 6, which is approval of invoices for the Cibola Trail Alliance in the amount of $514.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Cade makes a motion to approve.
Second.
John seconds. That motion will also carry. We'll move down to the comment section. If anyone has comments, they want to say any events they have coming up, if they want to talk about tonight is the night that we do the appropriations. Go
I
ahead.
do have a comment to make. I just need to let the board know that we are in the process of revamping the lodgers tax ordinance. There has been new state statutes that we do have to make a new ordinance that state different entities that have to be lodgers tax, such as Airbnbs, verbos, short-time lodging, and there's a few more rules and regulations and state statutes that we add on there. So I will get a hold of you, Scott, just to let you know and do a once over to see what.
Well, I don't know if you guys have any input on it, but they need to change how the percentages are used, because it used to be the biggest part of the percentage was used for advertising. And that was great 20 years ago. But today, we don't quite advertise the same way we used to the masses via, yes, we do still use billboards and they're expensive, but most of the organizations that aren't big enough to buy a billboard or don't have the funds to do that, the way it's written, it looks like they have to tie most of their money up into advertising dollars, which most of their advertising is done for free or for little cost on Facebook or the internet. So not that they can rewrite the wording, but they need to rewrite how it's used, because they're kind of bound to that, and we don't advertise like we used to as a whole.
I'll talk to our attorney and see if it's something that we can add extra, besides the state statutes.
Yeah, I mean,
How she
especially if they're doing an event, like You need more I mean, you need more funds to do the event than you do to have a billboard. And like I said, if you look how it's broke down percentage-wise, they have a huge percentage in advertising, which isn't quite used the same way as it used to be a long time ago. That's the only thing I'm always kind of thought was great when it was back years ago, but now it doesn't kind of translate the same.
Can I make a comment regarding that? Just going along with what you're saying. I'm actually seeing a trend from the time they used to submit tax packets in the past. And the same thing with how we're advertising and moving forward with advertising and different kinds of pamphlets and handouts at the museum. There's the opportunity now to use codes so that they can access apps. A lot of things are changing, and so if we can discuss those things too, I'd be welcome. If it's okay, I'd be happy to share some information.
Well, for you guys, like to create a QR code for a website is like no cost.
That's why I'm saying we can change the overall marketing budget by taking the modern approach, is what I'm thinking. And so if we can all have input when we're
Well, I mean, that's another one when you get in front of your city councilors, because you still have the bulk of all the billboards that we use advertising for the city of
And I
Grant.
just had a marketing, all of my marketing things are just now starting after COVID. They're not, I've been on a hold. But I'm finally having the meetings where I'm starting to learn more about new strategies and how we can
I'm surprised billboards don't just have QR codes on them.
just point and click.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, so really, I do have some ideas, and things are finally, I feel like I'm finally coming out of the dungeon. And so, yeah, if there's any, not that I have all the answers, but I would be happy to find answers. Thank you.
Anybody else got any? Khalees? Oh, you're just here to make sure the bills got paid of any kind. You got anything you want to talk about?
We have 9 days of this coming up of rodeos. We have 2 back-to-back, starting on the first weekend in June with the IJRA. This is in,
So it's Memorial Day weekend, right?
no,
Or no?
after-
Okay, the first weekend in June, 9 days of rodeo, because they probably can't hear you right now on the
Okay,
thing.
the first weekend and the second weekend, 3 days each weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They've booked the arena already for the IJRA,
Okay,
and these are kids.
but anybody can go out there and pay to watch it, right? Is that what you're
yeah.
saying?
No, they don't charge, yeah, they do.
Oh, wait, it was free for a minute, now we're charging. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding, I'm kidding.
The roping is free.
Okay, but it's the first 2 weekends of June, 9 days of rodeo,
No, the first 2 weeks, 6 days of rodeo.
6 days.
The last weekend is a barrel race before the 4th of July, and that's a 3-day event. And all of those together will bring hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Because the Indian junior rodeos, they come with parents and aunties and uncles and cousins. They crowd that
They'll watch
place
it.
over there. And a lot of people come here. Some do stay in motels, not as many as I'd like to see, but they do stay in them. They definitely eat. One of their big complaints is there's no place to eat on a Sunday, a restaurant type.
Food trucks, yeah, food trucks going out there maybe, I don't know.
But, and then the last weekend, of course, before the 4th, they have a big NMRA rodeo. So we're,
June's a busy month for you.
June and May was, we had several items out there that we didn't have to pay for.
So in the comment section, you still had, we spoke earlier about a roping they had that maybe had a few hiccups, but it was probably mainly due to you not having a water truck available to use, right?
Right.
When do you know that you'll be getting that back?
They promised that it would be, the new tank would be ready by the end of June, but we'll see.
It's going to be odd, but have they ever thought of like doing a sprinkler system that just, you can shut it off and then use
Rodeos do
the,
have it, but unfortunately, we don't.
I don't think the sprinkler system works that well.
well, it won't get it even, huh?
Well, yeah, because you got it. I've seen some of those things, those water cannon deals. They'll roll out there and set in one spot, and then it sprays around for a little while, and then they got to move it. You can't really put sprinklers in the arena
If you
because
had them on the fence, shooting the towards it. No?
So you could do that, and I've seen that before too, at, like guys practice arenas. But around here, you have a problem with that freezing. You know what I mean? Like you got to blow those lines out all the time.
Well, in the winter, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Um,
I just didn't know if there was an option if you didn't have a truck, because there's nobody else here in Grants that owns a water truck. I mean, I know the city, we talked about the legalities of them driving it. There's nobody here that you can rent one from?
Well, yeah, that's another problem. Money to rent it. But we did have.
Yeah, but it's the same, like they run the liability, they can't drive it.
C&E Concrete has loaned us a small truck, and we're gonna use that.
Because could you rig one up with a tank, or not even?
Sorry?
Could you rig a truck up with a tank?
well, C&E Concrete has let them use one. They have one that
But
it's
you know how
parked.
you have a water tank?
Yeah.
You could drive a truck around the arena. I mean, or is it a little sketchy to try it
Yeah,
that way?
it's
I didn't know. I was just trying to say.
But the problem with this past weekend, it wasn't that there was no water. There was too much water.
There's too much.
The arena was muddy in the morning, and there was deep holes where the
when you have
horses.
a water truck, you turn it right away, right? Like you turn it behind the truck. So that's why you can't just let it sit and then go
Right.
turn it later.
No.
I get what
And,
you're
that-
saying.
and I think what happened was is Dominic hauled in however many loads of water the night before. I think thinking, well, then it'll be good all day. But typically, at any roping event that I've ever been to, they've got people there that run the tractor and run the water truck, and then they'll run about 100 teams. And then the tractor and water truck comes in, water, drag, a little bit of water, not a lot, and then next 100 teams, and then they'll do that again. So that was my suggestion was, I know that there's probably, I know the rodeo association's all volunteers and who wants to go over there and do that, but even if you hired somebody to do it and make the producer of the roping pay for it, which is I'm sure what everyone does, or there's another option, but you probably wouldn't want to do it this way, is give them access to the tractor and water truck.
Right.
I don't know if you'd want to do that because then you kind
We have done that, and it was available to them if they wanted it last weekend. But the tractor wouldn't have done any good, it was a mess.
right.
And it'll never happen again.
But so then why would they water it down so much the night before if the producer had access to the water truck and tractor the next day? Because I'm sure they would have rather done it themselves in the morning, maybe put a load of water and then, like I said, every 100 teams they usually will water and drag.
Well, we talked to the gentleman that brought the rope in here, and he well understood what had happened. And he said, next time. So I expect that they will come back.
I hope so.
I hope so too, because roping is a big deal here. It would be a big deal, and Walt Eddy still wants to come. I don't know if he'll come now, if you heard about this, but Walt Eddy did call again. And if we could ever get that one here,
Well, I noticed that you fixed the rope and chute.
yeah.
You took the old one out. There was a Preferred. I don't know if that's yours or the producer that was here, but they had the correct rope and chute this time.
And that's on our agenda, that's the first thing we're gonna get some money is new rope in there.
Yeah.
Because it's not right.
Okay. Well, that was all. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought.
400 teams, that's a lot of people that have to buy gas, that have to buy food, and,
Yeah, and the bulk of those people were from out of town.
yeah.
There was only a few of us, and it's funny. Anybody that drew out because of the arena, as far as I know, were local people.
Oh, yeah.
My Uncle Jerry and a few others drew out. Not many though, but they were all the local folks. Probably because they didn't travel anywhere to get there. The rest of them were like, "Well, we drove, so we're going to stay." But either way, the other question I had for you, real quick, not that it has anything to do with this, but another guy the guy that had the Cadillac this roping, he wants to put on some little jackpot ropings during the week sometime. Who should he? I think he talked to somebody in the past and he never got it done. Bahi Hinyo is the guy's name. He's from Pine Hill. Anyway, all right, I'll tell him.
Yeah, we would encourage that because that's what it's there for. And even though roping's, we don't charge to get in to see rope. I mean, who
She's staying home.
And they don't rent stalls. So that's where we make our money is when we rent stalls. And they don't rent stalls, but it brings people to rent.
Right.
That's what's important. You know, we don't make them. We made $300.
No, I
That will
know.
hardly pay the water bill for as much water as they put on there.
If you had way back when like the World Series or team roping and those events were just starting up, if we had gotten one of those events here at that time, those events you would sell a ton of stalls, because they're several days, sometimes even 4 days long, and those people will stay. And a lot of the big ones that we go to, you can't even get a stall because they're sold out. So, just, those events get big. I don't know that we could get one now, but you may be able to if we had 2 arenas. Because the guy that Gabe Trujillo puts on ropings in Albuquerque right now, in some of those arenas, I think people would rather come here than some of those places.
Well, on the agenda, as soon as the top gets put on, that's the next project is to build a roping arena. Just for rope.
This is going to sound odd, but why wouldn't they do that first? Because it seems like you probably won't be able to use that arena while they're working on it.
Well, they're not going to start till November.
Okay.
If they start. And they say 5 months, what it will take them.
Anybody else have any other comments?
Just wanted to let everybody know that the Mining Museum will be having their June 11th gala.
She's going to tell us about the June 11th gala.
So on June 11th, the New Mexico Mining Museum will be holding their gala. That tickets are on sale. Everyone is invited to attend that. It's celebrating 100 years of mining here in our community. So I encourage you to come buy a ticket from us and come have dinner and enjoy meeting the New Mexico Mining Museum board. We're pretty excited for the celebration this year. Of course, after changing things around after COVID, we're really excited to have our gala this year on time. So come join us for that. You have the tickets. Invite others to come.
Your board's fired up and helping you this year set it up?
Yeah.
Good.
They always do. They do good. Thank you.
The only thing that I have before we stop or end the meeting is tonight is the presentations for the lodger's tax in front of city council. So they're being done individually. If any of the organizations that asked for funds this year are listening, you might want to be at that city council meeting tonight in case your city councilors have a question for you, because they are the deciding factor on your funding. That being said, our next regular city meeting, or our next regular lodger's tax board meeting is June 16th at 9 a.m. Nobody has anything else? John, not you? No? Just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Cade makes a motion to adjourn.
Second.
John seconds, and we'll see you next month.